100%, I think gender bias exists in India, and it's been existing since times immemorial in our country. And it's really sad, women constitute almost 50% of our population, which is like ignoring half of a population. So it's quite crazy. I've seen it happen like a lot of times since childhood.
See, the word time here is of essential importance if you ask me, because however the culture has always been in our country has always been कि मैं ना सिर्फ प्रोटेक्टिव बनूंगा, मैं ओवर प्रोटेक्टिव बनूंगा, but she is mine to do with as I wish. Maybe it started with being I want to protect her, but it went down into not an equal conversation kind of protection. Hey, like it's not safe out there. Would you like no? It became मैंने बोल दिया है तुम घर के बाहर नहीं जाओगी 7 बजे तक मेरे को घर के अंदर चाहिए.
Actually, even before my corporate life started, when I actually wanted to leave my small town Ambala and I wanted to go to London and study, it was a huge step for my family because it was unthinkable to spend that kind of money to take loans to educate a girl child. It wasn't the tradition. And I had to convince my family, my parents for a while. And they came around, but it was still a surprise to many people in our town. It was a surprise that leaving behind my 2 younger brothers, the girl is being prodded on to study, to achieve, to live an independent life. So I think from there on, there has been a slight prejudice.
I really think the basic problem lies in upbringing. I think everything else comes later, but as a kid, what you're told, as a kid, as a young boy, what you see your mother in a different way, and you see your father in most rural houses, urban houses in India. Doesn't matter. The money doesn't matter, the class doesn't matter. Sometimes even the education doesn't matter. It happens everywhere. So I think if it starts at a much earlier stage for boys, where they are taught as kids growing up to not respect women because they are weaker, but respect women because they're equal, and respect women because they're the reason you're here.
I think the number of seats that a guy has is slightly more than the number of seats a girl has. The pay packages are slightly better for the boys, and that exists even today, even as an actor. Boys are paid better than the girls. The heroes are paid better than the heroines. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why the contribution that I give to a film is any lesser than the hero.
Awareness is less. I think there's this dichotomy between urban India and rural India. दो तरह के India बसते हैं यहाँ पर. So I think the idea is to bring both Indias together. And I think वो candlelight marches से नहीं होगा. वो हमें ही करना पड़ेगा जो urban India के लोग हैं. उनको sensitize करना पड़ेगा rural India या फिर small town India के लोगों को जो ज़्यादा aware नहीं है. And we have to be on the same pedestal.
I think mothers are very important. Because all the friends, not all, but most of my friends, guy friends, I've noticed that, especially if it's a girl and guy, if the girl is hungry at night, in fact, this is a true story. A friend of mine, she said that if I'm hungry in the night, my mom will say, "Arey, pani pee ke so ja." And if the guy is hungry, then she will get up, go to the kitchen, cook up an entire meal and feed him. And I mean, we have 2 daughters in my family, so thankfully this has never happened to us. But I don't understand this, that he's a guy, so, I mean, what, he will stay with you, he will get money into the house, but so can a girl. And I do understand that if you're from a poorer house and dowry and all which you want to run away, but it does still exist. So I understand that maybe you might not be too happy that you have a girl. But I think mothers are very important because it is what you learn at home, what you see at home is what you go and do outside. And I have guy friends who have been so well brought up and they respect women. They might joke, they might flirt, but that respect is very, very, very important. And it's not about opening a door, it's about your mindset, it's about your thought process, it's how you see a girl. It's when you see a girl, she is not an item.
Marital rape most definitely exists, and I'm saying this because I've heard about it. I know of people who know somebody who've gone through it. So I know that it exists, and it all starts with the fact that girls are not educated. They are married off earlier to people they don't want to marry. The system of love or choosing your partner for your life doesn't exist in their lives. And of course, the sex that follows turns out to be marital rape.
I think it's pretty sad that, patriarchal society is also formed by physical prowess, which a guy normally, that's why we have different categories in tennis or every sport. It's just about physical prowess, not in the first world countries, but especially in a country like ours, where there's a dichotomy, where everything is not complete. You know, our country is not. It's still work in progress. That's the problem.
If the world had to reverse, and if it ever were to happen, what I want the men to understand, to live in a woman's body for once and not be compared to just an object, a competitive woman who's also a home runner and can give birth to a child and wants to succeed in life, will have to be taken seriously. And what she desires is empathy from all sexes. Don't look at me as man or woman, look at me as a human being in my eyes. See how genuinely I can shift the world's opinion about who I am.
It's a deep-seated problem of thousands of years of conditioning. This is not going to be solved because we discover the internet. This is going to take years and years of evolving education, families treating women differently, society treating women differently, the media treating women differently. It's not going to be that one day we wake up and we are in Kiran's world.
It's just a vicious circle. One thing leads to another, to another, to another. But women need to have that kind of courage, which we, in our way, are going to try and inculcate.
I think people will come and will listen and will consume and laugh and maybe wonder, and maybe just even a few will go home and do something differently. And then we'll all do some high-fiving.
I'm quite sad today.
Yes, now that the series is over,
It is up to everyone watching to bring about the change.
So I'm going to ask you all loud and clear.
stop killing the girl child.
Stop violence against women
And end gender discrimination.
Against all women and girls.
everywhere.
Gender equality is goal 5 of the United Nations Global Goals for Sustainable Development. And you know how we can make gender equality a reality in India?
By telling everyone.
So subscribe, like and share this video.
And tell everyone.
Go tell.
Right now.
Go.
Come on.
Tell everyone.
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 What are you waiting for?
Now.
Click now.
Now, tell them.
Now.
Tell them now.
Now.
One more time, now.
Abhi karo. Like, share, subscribe now.